I've gained a little bit of healthy relationship weight.
I feel like I have too, though.
And
But also, don't you kind of feel like you get that way in the summer? Like once the summer comes, you're like, oh, the winter caught up to me a little bit.
Because you realize that you have to wear a lot less clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Oh, where do we start? Where do we start?
This feels fun.
Do you like this?
Feels like I'm on a talk show. This feels good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
I like it.
We're doing video now.
We're doing video now.
So if you're just
holy shit, we're here and we're doing video now.
if you're just listening, you're a common listener. First of all, thank you. Second of all, hop over to YouTube. Kirby and M. Is it Kirby and M? We should get it. We should get it straight. It is. No. It's Kirby and Ember.
Is it? Oh,
it's Kirby and Ember.
I don't know. We'll post
Baby,
it.
open the YouTube. Open it.
Bum. We posted our first video today.
We did post a short. Our very first short.
Not a long. Just a short.
Just a short little snippet. Just a little snippet.
Just a little some.
Kirby and Ember. That's what we're called on YouTuber.
At Kirby and Ember. Yeah, we're gonna start doing video, and I'm excited about it. We got ourselves a little spot.
Y'all are gonna see us looking like hell. I'm gonna show you what's going on under this hat. This is why you need to be watching the video. You want to see. Somebody was asking me about my hair volume, how I get this hair volume.
Somebody also asked you to show your full head of hair because people love your hair. Love your hair. I love your hair. I think it looks cool as fuck right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so no hat for our first video? I don't know. I've been Cinderella. Send a fucking Rella over here. I just mopped the floors and all of the floors in the house.
Good. They're sparkly.
Like, can we just talk about what it's like being like two moms in the house?
Yeah, but
holy shit, does stuff get organized, handled? There's no waiting game. Like, forget about that where it's like, yeah, honey, don't worry, I'll get to that. I'm just gonna finish watching the game. The second it hits our mind, we just dive into it. And I think
like it's just like in our DNA to like when you walk past something you see needs to be done, you just do it, and it feels good. We've accomplished so much considering that we've also had a fuckload of kids running around everywhere.
They're always around.
They're everywhere.
They're always around. There are so many kids. The next person in social on TikTok that says, "Oh, but where's your kids?" I'm gonna smack the shit. I swear to God, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. These kids ain't never leaving us alone.
Never.
The second we can have a thought to ourselves, another little kid is asking for like a snack, and he just had a meal.
They're kind of like trash cans, just like
crumb snatchers is what I call them.
We love them dearly.
They're so fucking cute. I love them so much.
They're having the summer
life
of
before
their life.
them was just average.
But there's a lot.
This is vibrant. This is vibrant.
Yeah. The mics,
everything.
Life,
the kids, everything's vibrant. Yes, the microphones are very vibrant. I said it was off brand, but then we tried to use it without the little cover on it, and
what it reminds me of is like when people use like walkers or crutches, like
the tennis balls
on the bottom. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. I get that too. We went to Pride Fest, Milwaukee Pride Fest. We give it I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
6.5 out of 10, only because I met some of my friends that I met on TikTok. Other than that, if I wouldn't have met those people, we would not have stayed long. I looked right at you and I was like...
This was the first year we actually had people come up and like say they follow us and give us a hug and all of the things. And it was nice.
It's awesome.
It was really cool.
Yeah. We had a lot of people come up and say hi.
It was a bit cold and rainy. Typical Wisconsin. Last year it was like 90 degrees. This year, I don't know, 60.
It was cold, but it warmed up towards the end. I don't know. The music was like mediocre to me. I just, for like, in general, it wasn't as great as it was last year, but it was.
I will say I know a lot of people were not celebrating this year.
Why?
Because of everything that's going on in the world. And, it just didn't feel right for a lot of people to be celebrating something when there's people currently,
Yeah.
going through really hard things.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's dive into our topic.
What was our topic?
Our topic.
I'm brain dead.
No, baby, we can get back to it. our topic was um, thinking back on how far we've come, right? Thinking back in the beginning when we said, I clearly stated, I will not move Ember here with her 5 kids. I will not do it.
Actually, you kind of made it into a joke. You were like, what do you think I'm going to do? Move her here with her 5 kids?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, hi. Welcome back to the show. I moved Ember
Full
in with the 5
circle.
kids. Well, like, it took a lot. I don't think people realize, like, and maybe you do. Maybe you do realize because you're like trying to figure out how to do it in your situation, but how we just went about knowing that this was worth it. I think. Like really knowing that everything that we were putting into this, getting to where we are today.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it was very scary for both of us because you're kind of doing it in hopes that, like, you're putting your whole life in somebody else's hands, basically. You know, like, that's a huge fucking leap.
You're saying you're putting your life into my hands?
Partially, yes, and vice versa. I mean, like, you're trusting that I'm coming into, like, your home and, like, bringing all of my kids, and then other way around, I'm trusting that I'm leaving everything behind, and
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yep.
a lot. That's hard. That's scary. That's big and scary to
That's
do.
like a big, like in the lesbian terms of like lesbian U-Haul, like that's a big commitment when it involves a lot of
Yeah.
kids and a lot of coordination. And it's not just like you pack up, you know, your dog or your cat or something or
Yeah, not to discredit
one
anybody that
one
has like
kid,
relocated
but
without, but there's a lot. There were a lot of people involved, and it was very scary.
but so what were some
So
signs like that you knew like it's worth it, the juice is worth the squeeze, I'm like
I
the
think the
risk
first
is
thing that
there?
comes to mind when you ask me that is that both of us were willing to do anything and everything we had to and needed to make it happen. And that was like, okay, if they're matching that energy, because I know I'm ready to like I've said before, burn my whole fucking life down to start over. Are they matching that energy? Yes or no? And yeah, you were. So
Yeah,
that to me was kind of like a green flag. I don't know.
I think also like it came down to me knowing that I don't know if I could have went much longer, like long distance.
No, we were getting very, very tired of it.
Yeah, it was wearing
It's
us out. It
exhausting.
was
It's exhausting. And
exhausting.
like the roller coaster that your heart goes through, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't miss that.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
So somebody asked me, I think it was yesterday during Pride while I was in line for the bathroom, which was ridiculous, like long
We
line.
walked all the way
We
across.
tried to go in the men's, and that was even pretty long, but also kind of gross too.
Yeah, that felt gross just the minute we walked in. But anyway, what did they
Anyways,
ask you?
they were just like asking, like, were there times that I truly knew, like, while being married to men, were there times that I truly knew that I wanted to be with women?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I feel like I'm not the only one here that when you are in a relationship with a man, married to a man, long term, just whatever, you identify as bisexual and you just feel safe and content having the relationship stop and end with the man, but sprinkle in a few women throughout your life. And that to me was my life. And I think that was all I thought it could be.
Yeah, I mean,
So I knew, but like I didn't know that I could have this. I didn't know that this could act. I didn't know
I
like,
think you knew that you were attracted to women. You just didn't realize that you could make that. It's like mm, when you want something, but you don't realize that you can actually have it. So you just kind of like don't even try.
well, I mean, permanent, like permanently have it. I knew I could have like a taste of it, but I didn't ever think I could like have it for every single meal.
Wow. Things just took a bit of a turn.
It just took a bit of a turn. You know what I'm saying though?
How are you eating these days? How are your meals?
I finished my plate.
Good. Good. Proud of you. No, I think that most women who identify as bisexual in the back of their mind know that there's more than, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak for everyone, but I feel like women are just more attractive. They're more fun. They're more like
They're soft,
easygoing. They're like,
curvy.
there's just something about it. But I feel like you have to allow yourself to get past that, like, that cutoff where you're like you said, you think you're supposed to choose one or the other.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that I had the courage and I was able to recognize my feelings and say, I want to see what that's like all the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to just like have a little
Well,
mingle
you've
here
got
and
it.
there.
You've got it all the time, literally.
That and some.
Oh,
I got a whole family now.
yeah, you really
I got a
do.
whole family, a whole slew of little fellas.
Yeah.
And this weekend I was told that I am a really good chef multiple times.
Yeah, and
Multiple
really good
times.
on the grill too.
I'm
Grill
s-
daddy.
I'm starting a little side hustle. I'm called Chef Be Your Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be getting some aprons made and some other merch if you'd like it. drop
It's gonna be a whole
drop
situation.
a comment because yeah, I'm Chef Be Your Daddy.
Yeah, you make a bomb taco.
I can make a bomb lot of things. I'm the bomb.com.
You're the legend.
I am the legend.
Yeah, Chef Be Your Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I will be their full-time manager, so if you'd like to book a
Inquiries, send them Ember's
yeah,
way.
yeah,
Send them Ember's way.
yeah, send them my way. Yeah, so I don't. It is kind of crazy that we realized it, we took action, and now here we are, and we're still able to somehow sit in here and record this, and just hope that the house next door is okay when we go back. You know,
Well, I think it will be.
living on the edge all the time.
Living on the edge.
Yeah.
You know what though? I will say where we're at today, I'm really, really happy and proud. The fact that you said something that really stuck out. Action. Like we just put it in action
Take
and
action.
we
Yeah.
took action.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times when you're feeling a certain type of way, your natural instinct is to pick up the phone or text or hurry up and tell a whole bunch of other people in line how you're feeling and what you want. Something changed with this time period in my life where I stopped talking about it. I literally do not call people anymore and tell them
You don't
what
need
I
anyone's
what I
approval.
want to be doing.
Yeah.
I just take action and do it. And that to me feels really fucking good.
Yeah.
It
I
feels
think
really
we've both
good.
kind of gotten, I know I've gotten better about that too, not needing anyone's approval anymore.
I one thing I do
I barely
find
communicate anything.
nothing, right? And like one thing I find that I get irritated quickly by now is people who do not just put something in action. Like I can't I
Somebody
can't
that
like
says they want it
I
forever,
can't
but
like
like
wrap
don't.
my head
Yeah.
around that. I'm like,
Yeah.
just do it. Just put it in action. Just do it. And
Right.
just every day, one foot in front of the other and do something that works towards whatever goal it is. It doesn't have to be even coming out. It can just be like you want to organize your fucking closet. I don't know. That's the first thing I thought of because
I'm currently organizing
we're
the
organizing
house and
shit.
closet.
But like, just do it.
I think like my biggest motto lately is just like do the scary things. Like the things that are so big that you're like, oh fuck, that intimidates me. Like that's okay. Intimidating does not mean impossible. So just do it.
Yep.
Even if you fail, even if it takes a couple of tries, like that's okay too.
I feel like because of all that we've been doing,
We're not as scared.
we're able and we're able to learn from our mistakes and quickly tell you guys like, hey, maybe don't do that because that was pretty rough, or just say like, do it because it's gonna fucking be rough no matter what, and you're gonna get through it.
Yeah. 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 Choose your hard.
Yeah, choose your hard now because either way, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. And it wasn't easy getting to this point either, but I feel like it was absolutely worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
there's still going to be other battles that come our way, but it's all right.
Love is a battleship.
Love is a battlefield.
Why did I say battleship? What is wrong with me?
I don't know, but everybody just heard me fucking sing a ling ding dong. We're gonna record an album.
Yeah, we
We're
are.
gonna do that. Kirby's gonna force me out of my shell and make me do that scary thing too. So
Yeah, why not? There's so many people out there making horrible music. We can make some good music. We need some good lesbian music.
yeah, we really do.
So
that's our update. Really, that's what we're here talking about.
yeah,
Doing our thing.
doing it every day, doing it. Yeah, I feel like we've made it. We're approaching week 2 of living together, and it's
Feels
fall.
like I've been here longer.
It feels like longer, and I think it's because it hasn't stopped for a long time. We haven't stopped. It's shark life. If we stop, we die. Like we're not stopping.
That is true. We really have not stopped at all.
But things are falling into place, and the kids are slowly learning what we expect from them, the rules. Basically, like, don't run out on this side of the sidewalk because it gets a little dangerous over here, or don't do this, or don't do that,
Well, and it's funny because like I think people hear that like, oh, Ember relocated with all of her kids, and you hear that and think to yourself like, oh, that's got to be tough, but you don't think about like all the little things that actually come with that. Like the fact that I've got 3 kids that don't know how to do certain things in a small town like this or haven't been exposed to, you know, makes my kids sound like they lived under a rock, but there's a lot of things that they're like, what the fuck is this? What is life
they've
right
been
now?
having a
This is
killer
so
summer. They're
different.
having a killer summer.
They're loving every second of it, but there's a lot of adjustments.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just takes some time for the everybody to like understand and learn and adjust and
And I think I see even like the older boys starting to understand how we work together
mm-hmm.
and what we expect from them. Like, I'm just going to say, like, your 10-year-old Maddox.
Mm-hmm.
That
Hmm.
kid, for me, like, I call him the golden child
He's been
because
a bit of the golden
he
child.
will just jump in. He's like my son Max. You don't have to ask him
Mm-hmm.
to do anything. He recognizes it and he just
He
jumps
just
in
does
and
it.
takes
He's
action.
a doer.
He takes action.
He's a doer.
That's and then I thanked him this morning and I was like, I appreciate this so much. With this many people in the house, we don't have time to just like give constant orders. Like, just jump in and help out. And
Yeah.
like that, when that happens, when you raise your kids to just jump in and help out and not have to be told, I'm sure some of you might have some like man child husbands out there and you have to tell them every fucking step of the way, don't do that. Don't do that to your boys. Don't raise your boys like that. Raise them to be actionable doers that jump in and just say, hey, garbage is looking full. I'm going to take that out. Not like wait and say, like, oh, hey, sweetie, do you mind taking the garbage out soon? I know you're going to be getting up
You
from
know what
your.
my weakness is as a mom?
What?
That I just do it myself.
But that's the thing.
I struggle taking the time to be like, hey, come in here and do this. Instead, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
But have you noticed? Like, I could do that too. But even I think it was, I don't know, I honestly can't remember if it was today or yesterday, but one of the kids put their dirty shoe up on the kitchen
Yeah, I
table.
heard you say that. Yeah.
I instantly wanted to pick
Grab
that
it.
shoe up
Mm-hmm.
quickly and throw it off my kitchen table. That's my kitchen table. But instead, I walked over to some of the kids and was like, hey, not sure, but somebody's shoes on the kitchen table. Kind of don't think we should have it on there. Just to kind of help them understand. Like, I don't want to be nagging on, but like, there's certain
Yeah.
things that I'm just like, we don't put shoes on the table.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're learning. We're learning. This is like the first time I've ever like had a true blended family.
Yeah, same. I mean, yeah.
I don't know how many of y'all out there have blended families, but give us some tips. Like, what are things that like you found? Because I'm trying to also find ways to involve my older boys. So like, I have an almost 18-year-old and almost 15-year-old. So they mostly stay with their dad because of where they go to school and where they work, and that we're like 20 minutes away. And that's where they prefer to stay now that they're older. Um, and I would like them to really feel a part of this blend. But I guess I'm,
We
you
talked
know,
about doing like Sunday night dinners and things like that, but
yeah,
we just need more ideas as to, and also like cost friendly because it gets expensive when there's 10 people that you're taking somewhere.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I can't take out like 12 people to dinner. I don't think on my budget, but we can make some dinners, and we've talked about that. I just think this last week and a half we've just been getting settled, and once like the dust kind of settles and things calm down a little bit, then I want to start having some, routine family dinners and things. But like also like maybe like family game nights or
That would be fun.
but I also don't want it to feel forced.
You
Like
know what we did the other night though that was really cool is that Kirby and I like divided and conquered the children for dinner. We did like a my older boys wanted to go out with just me, and so Kirby took the younger ones, I took the older ones, and we were like sending each other
we
pictures
went
from
on
two different
separate yeah,
restaurants.
we went on separate
It was kind
dates.
of fun, like in its own little weird way.
Well, because it was funny because we were originally going to go to the food trucks. I was going to take the little kids to the food trucks. That didn't work
It
out.
was a bust.
So Ember was like, "Well, do you want to come meet us? You know where we're at?" And I was like, "No, I don't. Like, I want you to have your time with the older boys and check in with them, see how things are going."
Mm-hmm.
Um, because there's a lot of attention that they don't get because you're usually consumed with the little ones.
Yeah.
And so I took the little ones, and I think it's good for the little ones to sometimes be away from you because they don't necessarily sit and yell mom 100 times to me yet. So
Coolie.
I can
That's what
usually
my
get
kids
them
call
out of your
Kirby.
hair quickly and say like, "Hey guys, come
Coolie.
help me with this."
Yeah,
And
it's different. It's different for mom versus other people. I've been told that by like everybody. My kids are wild with me.
how do you feel? Let's talk about like how do you feel so far with my parenting techniques of how I interact with the kids and like how I do try to like even with the date thing, like just trying to give you your space or your time to be individual
I
with
think
your
I've
kids
never had
or
this kind of help from anybody ever, and it feels really good. And I love that my kids love you, and I love that you show them love. And I think you're really good with all of them, all of their ages, and you take the time for each one.
I think it makes it easy from mom to mom knowing that there are certain things that I wished I would have had help with
Mm.
or had somebody just say or do. And um it's hard to change people. It's hard to make them hear your thoughts and things, but like for me, we are so much alike. Ember and
Mm.
I are so much alike that I feel like if I just do what I would want Ember to do, I guess, or how I would want it. Like if my kids are just like absolutely driving me crazy and like you see that and you just say like, "Hey, come here, I want to show you guys something," or kind of just like get them,
Mm-hmm.
you know, onto something
It reminds me
else.
of the one time that I was like, "We're gonna go on a walk,"
Yeah.
and I just
What I
left.
needed a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, goes back to just being a doer.
We
That's the
did
topic of the day.
being a
We're
doer. We're
doers.
doers.
Yeah.
Remember we did come up with a code word
Oh fuck, I
OT,
forgot.
OT
OT,
overtime
that's
because you were wearing the
right.
overtime shirt, and we decided
I'm
that
never gonna get a break because I'm never gonna remember the word.
well we're gonna have to practice, so we can change it too if you'd
Overtime.
like
Tap out. Yeah, we have a code word for multiple different things at this point. Uncomfortable public situations, whether that be with friends or family or whatever. And then we've got a code word for I'm way overstimulated and need a break from children. We
frustration.
got
I need
code
to tap
words for
out.
like behind closed doors. We got code words
You better
everywhere.
pipe down with all that.
Pipe
Um,
down.
pipe down with that.
Pipe down.
But we need code words so we can quickly I think it was it with my therapist that was saying like if you have the code word too, then that allows you to easily jump into the conversation, like to unpack it a little bit. Like
Mm-hmm.
say if it is
Yeah, even
like
if that's later on, even
yeah,
if it's not at the
so that way
beginning.
you're not stewing of like how am I going to bring this up to old so and so that I was a little upset about something.
Yeah,
Um, code words are good,
they are. Yeah,
necessary, especially when there's so many damn people in the house. I mean, like we got a full house.
we got a full house. Yep. People weren't lying when they said like modern day Brady Bunch up in this bitch.
Yeah, it really is.
It's fun
We
though.
just need a camera crew. Who wants
We
to like volunteer to be the camera crew and like film all of this so you guys can actually see because we did go live on TikTok where the kids we
You know
did
what though?
where
That was kind of fun. My kids even popped in and said hello, which never happens, and I don't mind if they do, the older ones, but they usually don't want to. But they were like good with it.
yeah,
They
yeah.
were being silly and everything.
I think just like getting comfortable with us having them understand number one what we do on TikTok and why we're on TikTok
Right.
because I think sometimes there's like a little bit of a misunderstanding there um
Mm-hmm.
of mom spends her time on TikTok or something which we don't. We wish we could. We don't anymore. But even doing this like we can't always hide our kids is like also what we were explaining on the live is like you guys are going to hear our kids in the background
Oh
from now
yeah,
on.
100%.
There's no hiding it.
Yeah. Nope. They're here and they're loud.
Yeah.
It's all right. There's a gnat in here.
Yeah, you'll have that. You want to know why? Because kids leave doors open. Kids leave doors open. We've recently been purchasing a lot of those like magnetic screens that you put in front of your doors.
Shout out to old friends that taught us about those bad boys.
Because those are a
At
lifesaver.
least you're good for something.
Stop it right now. Those were a lifesaver, and yeah, I dig it.
Mm-hmm. Basically, what we're telling you guys is that we're learning all of the little tips and tricks and things to help you and ourselves get through this crazy life. So you're welcome.
Free of charge.
I hope you guys enjoy watching the videos too, because
free of charge. Yeah, I mean, you never know what you're gonna get because there's gonna be times where we look
ratchet.
We've maybe been cleaning all day, chasing kids around, whatever. I typically don't get ready for life. This is my do up. This is me.
Lucky for you, you don't have to do much.
Lucky for you, you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How does it feel holding a mic in your hand the whole time?
Check.
Does it remind you to like actually talking to the mic?
Kind of.
I had a friend, an avid listener, tell us that sometimes our audio is low. And full disclosure, I recognize that sometimes our audio is not always on point. We got a little bit lazy over the last couple recordings and stopped using a microphone, to be honest, because just with where the locations we were in and where where we I can't even say it. Where baby, let me get through this. Where we were recording. Say it right now.
Where we were recording.
God damn it. This should be in the outtakes. Anyways, I don't know what I'm saying. I love you guys.
This is going to be a short.
This is going to be a shit show here on YouTube.
Not a long.
Watch the video.
A short.
We're not doing this shit for nothing. Like, look at this face. This is like premeditated.
Stop it right now.
I love you, boo boo. I love you, boo boo. My titty just shook a little bit when I did that, and I didn't like it. That's the kind of shit on camera that you shouldn't look at.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.